Welcome to the 3bwaxing show. Today's topic is California recently became the first state to ban 24 ingredients from cosmetic products, beauty products, and so I'm going to talk about it, give some details on it, and then give my thoughts on it and explain it. So I'm going to pin this and we're going to get started real soon. Welcome to the 3bwaxing show. Everyone came in kind of at the same time, so I'm going to say I see Strip Beauty Lounge, Slick Threading, Anis, RP, welcome to the 3bwaxing show. Herbanity, welcome. Alright, so yeah, this happened, I don't know if it was over the weekend. No, it was on Monday. So this happened on Monday. And I definitely want to talk about it and give my thoughts on it. And let me shut the door real quick because I have everything open. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go over some announcements first before we get into the articles and what's happening and my thoughts on it. And then we'll get into that. And then if you guys have questions or want to talk about, your experience, I know I have a lot of estheticians that I teach to. I would say majority are not in California, but there are some in California, and so I kind of want to hear what they have to say, because I'm going to say my opinion on a lot of it, but I would love to hear yours if you're an esthetician. So the announcements I have is that so far, if you order exfoliating pads, whether you order the acne ingrown pads or the fruit enzyme pads, they have been shipped to the UK, Canada, the US, all over the US, the UAE, and recently, I mean today, I just shipped out to the Netherlands. So that is now in my intro. If you've seen, I say the UK, all over the UK, or the US, the UK, Canada, UAE, and the Netherlands. So I'm excited. 3bwaxing is growing despite the pandemic. Which brings me to my second announcement, is that if you are an esthetician, you should be selling products. We're now in October. The first shutdown where everyone shut down was in March, and even before March, I had been telling estheticians, hey, you need to start selling products. You need to have another way to serve your clients, not just in the salon. Well, March happened and everybody was on it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people were on it. And, that needs to continue. That fire needs to continue, even though places are open. I have a client who, during the pandemic, has worked with me. She ordered my 10 steps to start your own product line video class. And then she did weekly calls with me, and we worked together to get her product out and get it set. And while I have helped a lot of estheticians and non-estheticians do private label, her product was a product from scratch. So they are so beautiful too. Like, they're soap bars and they have these amazing ingredients in them to lighten the skin, and I'm going to feature them. I'm going to order them first of all from her when they're ready to ship out. She's going to do a few things with shipping, but once Once they're ready for order, I'm going to order some, and then I'm going to feature them on the show because they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. And then the reason why I wanted to bring this up as an announcement is that you can literally have your own product line during a pandemic. So if she can do that and do one from scratch, not even a private label, then what is your excuse, right? And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. You really shouldn't. There should be no excuse. You have me. I'm a great resource. I have classes. I have one-on-one calls to help you through the whole process. If you want to just wholesale pads, since the pandemic, I have added quite a few of estheticians who wholesale, and that's a lot for just the short period of time that we've been doing, from March to let's say September, because the most recent wholesaler was in September. I shipped the pads in September. So there really is no excuse. You should be serving your clients with products to improve their experience. It's going to improve your income. You're going to make a lot more money if you have products, because say you charge $60 for your Brazilian. Yes, you can add on an underarm real quick, underarm wax for what? I don't know what your prices are, but $15, $20. And then, so say you're at $80. If you have products, my products are $40, but say even you had like a $10 product or a $15 product, that you can add to all your services, and you're going to up your average ticket. And you're probably familiar with average tickets if you've worked at companies that had really strict goals, but products are going to change the game for your business, and it's going to change the game for your income. And I do my Pick My Brain calls on Tuesdays. So I was talking about this with one of my esthetician clients, and when everything shut down, the people who had products were hustling to get those products out. They were still going. I see a lot of them on my timeline. Hey, she is Foxy. Welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. Welcome back. I see a lot of them on my timeline. Just because the world stopped and your salon stopped does not mean that your income needed to stop or your business needed to stop. So I don't mean to be on my soapbox about this, but the lovely Shimmery said, I'm back. Oh, welcome back to the 3bwaxing Show. When you came in, it doesn't always show everybody who comes in, so I'm glad you commented. Welcome back. So yeah, not to be on my soapbox about it, but I really want estheticians to do well, and you're serving your client more, and you're not like stuck when things like this happen, like a pandemic happens, and you don't have that same income. So that was that announcement. Not to be like, but it's true. The last announcement I have is that the acne and ingrown pads are sold out again. I don't know how many times this has been sold out, but I'm going to do I'm excited. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but Black Friday is going to be a good Black Friday. I'm excited to drop something for you guys. So make sure you're just on an email list, because I'll be emailing that before. So those are the announcements. I'm going to introduce the show, and then we're going to get into this California banning. And if you guys have questions about the article and ingredients or your input on it, feel free to chime in. So welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. Welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. I'm Becca, your pro waxer, skin therapist, and licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, ingrowns, basically anything that you're struggling with your skin. I have, why am I forgetting? I do that through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. My products have been sold all over the US, the UK, Canada, the UAE, and if you were here for the announcements, we now in the Netherlands. I am so happy. Shipped out Netherlands pads today. Said, this is always dropping gems. I love your classes / show. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If I could screenshot that, I would. Let me see if I can. Yes. He said as a review. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited. We're in the Netherlands now. So it is growing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is a blessing. And my growth has been slow, and I'm so happy for it. Well, it's been fast, but it's like a slow, like everything comes and like there's these big moments like this. So I'm super excited, and I'm thankful and all good. So where was I? Let me finish the intro. I help estheticians start their own product lines, start their own salon suite, attract clients, and improve their waxing technique through my classes, courses, show, as the lovely Shay Marie mentioned. I go live Wednesday through Friday at 3:26 p.m. Pacific. I always mess that up. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you want to know about waxing information, you can join the Wax Lounge. If you want to know about skincare ingredients, and it's kind of like what we're talking about today, then join the lab. And then if you are a professional, and I don't want to even say just estheticians because I help non-estheticians start their product line, but mostly estheticians, then you would join the salon tea. And I email those specific lists when I go live, when I have specials, rundowns of information to catch you up. So that is how to stay connected. And then if you really want to work with me one-on-one, I have all options for skin calls, professional calls, all that good stuff. So there. Okay. So like I was saying earlier, we're talking about, the topic is California became the first state to ban 24 ingredients from cosmetic products. Now, as estheticians, we kind of know that, at least for me, I've known that America is behind on ingredients. So like the European Union, they have stricter laws on their skincare and what's allowed. So I've kind of always known that. With this law, I think a lot of things are going to start changing afterwards. I think that since California did it, a lot of other states are going to start following suit. And I'm going to go into what this law is and all that stuff, and then I'll go more into my opinion of the good and the bad of it. So, so I brought up, I wanted to actually reference the law while I'm doing the live. So if you want to follow along with me, it's the California Legislative Information website, and then so it's leginfo.legislative.ca.gov, and it's under Assembly Bill number 2762. Like I said, it was filed recently. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit and then I'm going to summarize and that kind of stuff, because I want to make sure I'm saying the correct things. I already read through it and like wrote notes, but I also want to, be correct. So this is all about cosmetic products. In the beginning of the bill, it says this bill would commencing January 1st, 2025. The article that I'm going to share from as well said it could be as early as 2021. So I don't know if there is some, if they're saying like they're going to get really strict about it in 2025, or if the article is just saying, oh, it probably will happen. But in the actual law, the legislative, what is actually, what am I trying to say? What is actually the law, I guess, is January 2025. It's going to prohibit a person or entity from manufacturing, selling, delivering, holding, or offering for sale in commerce any cosmetic product that contains any of several specified intentionally added ingredients, except under specified circumstances. So I think from what I've read so far from this other article that I have from the National Law Review and the law, this is my interpretation of it. So it may not be right, but what I'm gathering is that in 2025, you cannot manufacture, sell, deliver, hold, whatever. Now, you just can't manufacture it. That is what I am understanding of it. So there is a list of, there's 24 products. The ones I wanted to highlight are the parabens, because if you're one of my clients, you know that I talk about, especially if you're waxing, I'm like, get lotions that are paraben free. It's better for your results of your skin. And then get products. If you're like getting facials from me, I say get products that are paraben free. Now, I've also talked to clients and be like, there's not a lot of information out there to say for sure that parabens cause cancer and erupt the, I'm not going to say it right, so forgive me, but what? Let me see if I can look at it and spell it out. The endocrine system. So there hasn't been a lot of research towards it. That's why the FDA has been letting it pass and letting it happen. But there has been some articles, there's been studies and stuff like that. And so as far as in the esthetician community, the community I've been around estheticians and learning, and I worked at one of the top gyms, and they have a very good spa, and I learned from some of the best estheticians. And parabens is one of those things that you teach your clients to stay away from. It's not good for your health. So even though there are it's okay to have, as far as the FDA, and they're saying, oh, there's not enough studies, there's enough out there where you want to be cautious about it. So what I've told clients in the past is that if you have a lot of products that have parabens in them, don't go out and throw all your products away and be like, oh my gosh, I have to no, just stick with what you have and start researching products. Now, if you are coming to me, I offer you SkinScript and PCA. They do not have parabens. And I'm going to get into how this is going to affect estheticians. But if you're an esthetician that is, and my pads don't have parabens in them either. But if you are an esthetician who've been studying this stuff and been kind of on top of ingredients like I have, then this is really not new news to you. I will go into the negative about it later. But yes, so that's the first part of it. The two I wanted to talk about is and and I'm probably going to mess it up. So, you know, if you've been here a while, you know, that's pronunciation is my thing. ISOBUTYL, paraben. And that's one word. Isobutyl paraben, and then the other one is ISOBROBYL, paraben. So those are two of them that they're banning. They also have mercury on here. I feel like a lot of people know about mercury. But if you are on my email list, I sent out this link I sent it out actually to everyone. So whether you're on the Wax Lounge, the Lab, or Salon Tea, I sent this out so you can look at yourself at the ingredients. Now I'm going to read the bottom part of this. It says, if a cosmetic product made through manufacturing processes intended to comply with this chapter contains a technically unavoidable trace quantity of an ingredient listed in subdivision, and that trace quantity stems from impurities of natural or synthetic ingredients, the manufacture, process, storage, or migration from packaging, that trace quantity shall not cause the cosmetic product to be in violation of sections. So basically, you know, if it's a small amount, it's not that big a deal. So that's the actual from the California legislative information. Here is the National Law Review. So this is an American Law Journal. It talks about legal news and has legal information on the website. The article that I'm pulling from is from a lady named Arme Zargham Oboil. I'm sorry if I messed up your name a little bit. And some reasons why these chemicals are being banned is because they are linked to cancer, reproductive harm, and birth defects, and endocrine disruptions. And I've heard a lot about this, not just being an esthetician, but so I am in a hair group called Naturalicious, and she was talking about the owner of it, because I use her products. The owner, Gwen, she was talking about how some products that are marketed to African American women have a lot of these harmful ingredients to them. So not only have I learned about this through, you know, my career, but my personal life, I've learned that, you know, there are a lot of stuff out there that isn't good for our health. So the Governor Gavin Newsom signed it on September 30th. If you want to know the actual act, it's called the Toxic Free Cosmetic Act. And if you know anything about the FDA, I've spent a lot of time researching the FDA because I had to make my labels. She said Cantu is a big one. I didn't know that. I stopped using Cantu. But I didn't know that. For those of you who don't know, Cantu is it's a very popular hair product for natural and African American women. And I used to use it because I went natural before it became a thing. And when I would look on YouTube, there wasn't that many people on YouTube that talked about natural hair. And so a lot of people were using that brand. And so, yeah, there are a lot of popular brands that have that stuff. And that's why I think not just in skincare, but I think we all have to be our own advocates for, I need to look at these ingredients. I need to look at this to make sure it's safe. Said my scalp. Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. She said my son's scalp broke out from it. So, yeah, I don't know. 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 But we definitely need to be our own advocates. That is a huge reason why I have the show, and I've created a segment under 3bwaxing, the lab, is to teach about ingredients and talk about this stuff, because they're, I don't want to say they're in it to make money, but a lot of them are really in it to make money and don't care about these things. And so I just want you guys to know, education, I love it. Yes, because if you're educated, you'll make better decisions. And again, I give all this information. I would love you to be my client. I love the people who would watch this to purchase products from me. But even still, a way I serve, I'm still going to serve and teach this information, because it's good to know. Yeah. So definitely start knowing ingredients, start learning ingredients, start being your own advocate, because if you think about it, I was learning about parabens I was first really introduced to avoiding them in 2012 when I started working for a wax company. And this was in college. I've been waxing along, and it's funny, I was just talking to a friend that I waxed her in college in the dorms, and it's just funny to look back. I was like, I've so upgraded, things have changed. But that's when I first was introduced to parabens being harmful, or you don't want to use them in your skincare. That was in 2012. We're just now getting the first state, California, to ban parabens. Or they're not even banning all parabens. They're just banning these two. And to be honest, I don't know if there are other parabens that are okay. I have not done research on that, but I've kind of just avoided them. There are other preservatives that you can use besides parabens. So you can use sodium high. I'm not gonna say it right, because I can't even think of how to spell it, so I can say it. But there are other ones that are natural, other preservatives that are natural. Yeah, so if you think about it, that was in 2012. We're in 2020. That 8 years for people who, haven't come into contact with, like, if you ever got waxed from me for a continuous amount of time, I told you. But for people who don't know this information, that's 8 years of you using products that could potentially hurt you. Or how you said, your son's scalp broke out. There are things that it's a blessing that it showed, but there's things that aren't even showing on people. Like, they're not breaking out, so they're thinking it's okay, but it's not. And so this is why being your own advocate, not to be on a soapbox again, but it's true. So another thing this article talks about is that, like I said earlier, I'll read it from the article. The European Union already prohibits these ingredients from cosmetics and personal care products. And if you are wondering, I told you guys, it's the Natural Law Review. And the name of the article is California Becomes First State to Ban 24 Ingredients from Cosmetics and Personal Care Products. So here is where I say it's going to be bad for estheticians. And I mean estheticians like me who have been following us and stuff like that. So here's the next part. I'm gonna reintroduce the show. for anyone new who came in. And then if you have any questions so far of what I talked about, drop them below. And then I'm going to go into this. So I'm just going to regroup. So welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. Welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3bwaxing Show. I am Becca, your pro waxer and skin therapist and licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line, which is my acne and ingrown pads and my fruit enzyme pads that are chemical exfoliants, so they're good for sensitive skin. They've been sold all over the US, the UK, Canada, the UAE, and the Netherlands since today, the Netherlands. You can use them on your face and body as well. I also help estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, and improve their waxing technique. I've been the regional trainer for a large waxing franchise and the lead esthetician at a high-end gym in Newport Beach. I go live Wednesday through Friday to give free information about waxing, skincare ingredients, and esthetician education and business, and starting your product line. If you want to know about waxing information, join the Wax Lounge. I email the Wax Lounge before I go live about any waxing information. If you want to know when I go live about skincare ingredients, join the lab. And then if you want to know when I go live about attracting clients, increasing income, and starting a product line, join the salon suite. So those are all the ones you can join. Just say energy. Yes. I've been working out, so that's probably it's kicking in. So those are when I go live, and then I have a whole bunch of resources. I have free ones, and then I also have paid ones. So if you want to, I give a lot of information in my free stuff and in my YouTube, or not YouTube, it's not YouTube, in my show. But then if you want to work with me one-on-one, you just get even more information. It just gets better. Okay, so let's go into what I think, my thoughts. I'm going to read this last part and I'm going to say my thoughts of why it would hurt estheticians and people who have product lines and stuff like that. So the FDA has not been, I'm going to read this part to you. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, which gives the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, authority to regulate cosmetics in the United States, has remained largely unchanged since it was first enacted over 80 years ago. So it's not really regulated, right? So that is the thing about the FDA, and that's the thing with a lot of cosmetics. I've done a lot of studying with the FDA just because I really wanted to have my labels correct for my acne and ingrown pads. Like, I wanted to learn that skill, and I've been able to teach estheticians, especially if they have salicylic in their products. I'm able to help them out a lot with that. There's one other part. Oh, they just say that basically, while there has been some things to try to change the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, nothing has really passed. So here's what I think. I think that this can hurt us as far as whenever you hear about regulation in the esthetician world or business world, or not business, beauty world, it comes with fees, costs. So when I see this, I almost am like, I am very happy that they are protecting, now protecting clients, now protecting people, right? But this is going to be a huge cost for, actually, I don't know if it's going to be a huge cost. That's kind of, my own thing. It's just now that things are getting regulated, that means things can start to cost more. Because if they start paying more attention to regulation, they're going to need to hire more people to do this kind of work. There's something that I read on the FDA website was that the reason why you can't have somebody look at your label and your product to see if it's okay is because they don't have the staff for that. So if they start going in this direction of regulating everything, they're going to need staff and all this stuff for it, which usually how things go, they're going to need to start having fees. And the way I see it is that if you sell a product, like you have your seller's permit fee that you have to, actually, you don't have to pay for a seller's permit in California. Some states you do, because I didn't know that until one of my clients, I was helping her get it, and we found out that her state, you had to pay for it. But you're going to have to start paying for stuff. So that's the only thing I say that is the negative part of it. But the positive outweighs it because it's going to save a lot of lives and, it's better for people's skin and stuff like that. But I do think it's going to be costly eventually as we go in towards that direction. So it sounds kind of like negative Nancy, but you have to kind of be that way to, okay, this is where this is going. Another thing they're doing. Oh, okay. I just got cleared. So you know how earlier I said that the actual bill said 2025 and this said 21? There's something different. Here we go. I'm going to read it. The governor also signed into law the Cosmetic, Fragrance, and Flavor Ingredient Right to Know Act, requiring manufacturers to disclose to the California Department of Public Health Safety Cosmetics Program hazardous flavored and fragrance ingredients in their product. The information will be made public through the Safe Cosmetic database. This law will go into effect as early as January 1st, 2021. So that's what they mean. And, even though I said my part of like what I think could be negative about this, the positive is there'll be more jobs. Like I think about it. If I wanted to go back working for someone, this would be a great to work for the Safe Cosmetic database. Because even if I just did it as like not that I'm going to do this, I'm not working for someone else right now. It's way past now. But if I was going to do it, it would be a great job to have. Because then, So the good thing is there are going to be more jobs. But I really like this because I don't know if you guys see on products where it'll be like parfum, fragrance, and that really can be anything. It could be essential oils, or it could just be, we don't know. It could be anything. So this is a huge, good step. Even though I said my negative part, all in all, this is a good step for the beauty industry, cosmetics, California. The writer of this article did say that California does. I'm gonna read what she said about California. Oh, which I didn't know this. So, given that California is the 5th largest economy in the world and often a trailblazer in products, chemical, and environmental regulations, these new laws will undoubtedly have a profound effect on the cosmetics and personal care products industry throughout the United States and beyond. So basically that more states are going to add on because California does lead the way. And I do agree. That's one big reason I wanted to move to California. I've been able to work at top places and learn a lot. And I do think, it's the beginning. Then other states are going to get this, and it'll be good. So any input, any questions before we wrap this up? Again, get on the lab to know when I go live. I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about the pads, and because I'm out of the acne ingrown pads, but I still have fruit enzyme pads. I'm going to talk about the things, because they're clean ingredients. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of that, and what things that people care about other than just parabens and sulfates and stuff like that. So there's other things that the pads do not have on purpose, but I don't market it because, my clients already trust me that I do my due diligence. But it'll be good to share that. What else did I want to say? Get on the lab. I'll email the lab before I go live. If you found it useful, I do have the perfect skincare guide. If you're working on building your skin routine, that if you click the link in the bio on Instagram at 3bwaxing, the perfect skincare guide goes into your skin types and then what products best to use for the skin types. So all about skincare. And then if you need help with your routine, I do skin improvement calls on Tuesdays, and it's been different for every person. Sometimes it's in over FaceTime, sometimes it's on a call. It's just dealing with different people's skin problems, and it's also really good to talk face to face or on the phone with you guys. So that's all I got for you. That's all we got. But yeah, I am overall glad that we are doing this in California, and this is good. For people who have products with none of that stuff in it, it's nice. Like, everybody's gonna have to get on board. So thank you for joining, and then I will see you tomorrow on Thursday. No, what are we on? I don't know. I know I'll see you on Thursday at 3:26 p.m. Yes, thank you for joining, and you have a great rest of your day. The lovely Shimmery. See you next time.